I was around 2018. My mom's job was like some way, so she had to stop the job. The job was collapsing, was some government work was collapsing, so she had to just stop.
Sometimes the loudest voices online have the quietest struggles offline. In this episode, I sit with Essel, a Twitter sensation.
My background, I'm from a poor background, so I don't look for too much. Nothing moves me.
The brand ambassador for Pizzaman and a young man exploring the world one culture at a time with Scanty Explores.
I was just having fun. Having fun, going to YouTube.
And the numbers were just coming. But beyond the likes, you actually took Pizzaman from this to...
Yeah, when they created our first brand, I was there with them. So that's how it has been.
The laughs and the online energy. Who is Essel really?
You believe in? Yeah, I believe in.
Trying new things.
Basically, that is how I've been with Pizzaman for the past 5 years. Because they showed me the dream, and I was like, this dream is great, it's good, I'll be there. And I've been there since then.
We talk about the pressure, the joy, the fears, and what it means to stay grounded when everyone sees you as the vibe. Let's talk about Scanty Explores. How did the team come about? Dreamers, welcome back to another episode of Dreams and Feelings podcast. I'm very excited about our guest for today. If you haven't subscribed, please do want to subscribe and then turn on the post notifications to stay along. The intro has already been done, but I want you to know that I'm here with the idolo of all idolos. The idolo of all idolos is here. It's a Charlie, welcome to Dreams and Feelings.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for making time to be here with me today.
You're welcome, bro.
It's really a pleasure. This episode is about you, your voice, your story, the journey that people don't see.
I have a journey.
Of course you do. Of course you do, bro. You do have a very nice journey. From having a voice online to repping a very big Ghanaian brand to sharing stories through Scanty Explores. You've been building something very solid. You've been building something very solid, and I admire what you are doing from afar.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So I want us to have a very relaxed conversation, an honest conversation, raw one. That's what we do here.
Honest interview.
All right. So this is not like an interview, something like actually having a convo. Yeah. So I want us to start from your early beginnings before the Essel we know on Twitter. Who is Essel?
Just a random poor kid who grew up in Kaswa, and went to school in Kaswa and all that. At some point in my life, I was in Dansman, so I was schooling a bit there, but I was back in Kaswa to finish my junior high education. Then afterwards, I didn't know of Kumasi, so I heard of Opukura, so I just decided to go take the chance of going to Opukura to visit Kumasi as well. So yes, I was in Kumasi for like first 3 years. That is SHS. 3 years I was in Kumasi. I really enjoyed the stay there, so I decided to continue my tertiary education there. That's K University, and I went for another 4 years. So most people think I'm from Kumasi.
I thought you were from Kumasi.
I don't have any relative in Kumasi. No, nothing. Just friends I met along during my education. So yes, actually 7 years in Kumasi. And now after school, I've been going there 1 hour because of the brand I've been working with. They basically started from Kumasi. So once a while I go to Kumasi, then I come. Even like last week, I was in Kumasi. Yes, Friday, and I came like Mondays. Kumasi, it has become like my second.
So it's like Kumasi is that your first home or your second home? Because how things are going.
Well, I think that's my first home.
It's basically your first home.
Yeah. My first home.
So how were things like growing up?
Going to SHS, that is a book. I had some good friends. I met a lot of nice people as well. In which university too, I met them. I met some different couple of people too as well. University was so good, but I was around 2018. My mom's job was like some way, so she had to stop the job. The job was collapsing. Was some company government work was collapsing, so she had to just stop. She had a shop at home, so she be at the shop now. She's not getting the monthly salary again. She's getting the daily. If people come and purchase, fine. If people don't come, that day they are going zero, and things change from like hard, very hard. Like hard to very hard because if people don't buy, it means you're going zero. So there was actually some hard stuff. So that was like 2018, talking about 2018. And so she was at home and I was in school trying to do one or two. So 2019 we were in some Twitter trends group. I was going some quite numbers. It was when I was in SHS and I started this social media and I created my X account.
That was like 2016. Yeah, you joined Twitter in 2016.
Yeah, last time I checked my X account 2016. So that time I was in SHS, so I wasn't really active with my phone because SHS with phones when they get you. So it was like vacation. I go home, then I just take my phone, then I try one or two. Those times, so don't come in, you just come and read. Trust me, you just come and read.
Those days, this is what we're doing. Okay, those days we weren't on Twitter active.
Yeah, it was like
you
Facebook.
See that something is trending on Facebook or WhatsApp, and then the screenshot is from Twitter.
Yeah.
So you just log in, you just go and check some one or two things. Most of the time when you are going safe, you have to log in because you haven't been there in a long time.
You have to just put your
you have to log in
and all that to log in. So I wasn't really active like that, but somewhere around 2018, 2019, that time I was in university, so I had my phone with me and all that, so I was able to surf the internet and all that. So in 2019, I had this trend group. A lot of guys were in. I was having some cool numbers to like almost 10K, right? Like getting to 10K.
That was when you got to the university.
Yeah, when I go to the university, like 2019, that was like close to 10K. Yeah, it was like close to 10K.
So you were.
So I was
building the brand.
Yeah, I wasn't. In my mind, it was not like I was doing it, I was just having fun. Just having fun, going to YouTube.
And then the numbers were just coming.
And see what was going on X. That was all. There was no motive like I'm planning to be this or that. So no. So I was just cruising on the internet. And 2019, we were making some little coins because when you do trends, you get some 30 CDs, 40 CDs. It was money though. It wasn't money, but like
it was money at
it was good to sustain you as a university boy in school. People are learning, you are doing trends. I get more like we are like a big boy, but it wasn't any.
So at that time, that was when like you started feeling like it feels like
I felt like
voice actually developing.
Yeah, like I felt like there's actually money on the internet as well. So like let me give it a shot and let me just be there. And, you get friends along social media because I quite remember I was friends with like Essel, Scanty and all that. Those times when kids, but I've not seen them before. But we're like
you still haven't seen at
that time I haven't seen them before. But I was in Kumasi and they were in Accra. So it was just like online. I had a good friends too as well, Scanty, Latif, and a whole lot. For that time, the bond wasn't very close. So like 2020, when COVID came, the break from schools and all that. So a lot of us were home.
Yeah.
And everything was standstill. So it was just the internet. So that was when not only myself, a lot of people too, that was when they were able to grow their brand because I saw me in Ghana during the COVID time. He was doing active well, so good, creating content back to back because people were home. So if you put anything on the internet, they'll consume it because they are boring, they don't have anywhere to go, they are just indoors.
At that time, if you're an artist and you drop a song, bro, straight banger.
Everybody was home, everybody had time for the internet and all that. So at that time, things really moved fast.
Your account,
not even my account, pertaining to like the internet.
Okay.
Things really move fast because even if you're a business brand and you don't have any structure for like being on the internet or anything, your business will go down. So people really moved to the internet a lot. So it helps some brands. It collapsed some brands too as well. But yeah, that is how it is in the world. So yeah. 2020, the COVID time as I told you. So that was when everything began like it was so serious and everything started. I had time with my phone.
At that time, you actually saw the platform as a business platform, not just
place that
you'll be doing your normal sports banter.
Because as I said initially, things weren't really well. So I had to just, as a guy, you have to just really find ways and means so that you can do something for yourself too as well. So that was how it was. And there was this brand on campus, University, that's Pizzaman. They were doing some giveaway and I tried to give it a shot and like I won. When I won, they invited me over to like come pick my package and let's have some talks. How I was able to win, they were shocked and all that.
At that time, did you know that you had a voice on Twitter? Like
it wasn't too much. I wasn't even like still above 10K. I was like 9, 10K.
Still around that side. Then your growth has been like very rapid from that time.
So I had a friend who was my cousin, that was Balu. He was around like 12k, 15k. And the guy was so good with Twitter because he was very active then times too. I remember he used to post, tag me and those stuff so that me too, people can see me and all those stuff. He was big. He was big. That time he was big. Yeah, so
when you come to Twitter fresh and you have a friend,
people
you want the person to be like tagging you, like
put you on and all. You know the vibe,
put me on.
That is how it actually was. So I'm along with Balo, and I met Mr. Law too. I know those two were in Kumasi K University. They know Mr. Law. He's still active now. Balo hasn't been active for some time. Yeah, but Mr. Law is active, selling laptops and all that. Top logs on the internet. So if you want laptops, just plug it.
Another chance to do business for our people.
Charlie. So I just spoke to him and I was like, oh, this brand say they are saying I want this and they want to help us with business, but my numbers are low and you have the big platform, so come with me so that you can just go and let's give these people some structure how to go about on the internet. And it was like that time to know very one active for a long time, you know. Like. So Balo came on board and we were having some nice discussions and all that, and decided to just give the brand some awareness. So it was like, you know, Twitter is like trend.
Yeah.
You see this influencer post, you're like, wow.
You actually took Pizzaman from this to
when they created our first branch, I was there with them. So that's how it has been.
Where was the first branch at?
That was K University campus, Mango Road.
The Mango Road branch.
Yeah,
oh, okay.
The Mango Road, but that was their first branch. So from there, and things started getting better with our relationship. That is Pizzaman and me together with my friends. So it was good, and they started expanding to us. So you know, once business is growing, they're also growing as well. So they opened another like 3 branches, adding to make it 4. And those times my numbers was also growing as well. Yeah. And I was managing the Pizzaman account though.
How were the numbers growing at that time?
At that time, you see, as I told you, COVID time, people were home, so people were enjoying like funny tweets, like tweets that you see, you read the tweets and like you can relate. You read the tweets like it's funny, and so because of me, I felt because of that was why people were giving me a huge following and all that, because people were following me now.
Because at that time you were like,
I was really, because I told you
tweeting. How many tweets like?
I can't see, but I was like active tweeting. As I told you, COVID time, everyone was bored, so all you have is your phone, internet, and you're good to go. Maybe some movies or music for the music and movie lovers, but for us, we were just on the internet having fun, watching football and all those stuff. So yeah.
What was the first big brand you worked with before Pizzaman?
You
were already in the trend something, so you are going to get some big brands. Maybe you are not going to be the face of the trend or something, but then
work with some a lot of artists though.
Oh, okay.
And some one expert we work with one expert as well. One expert. We did trends and a whole lot for one expert.
At that time they were also coming up.
Yeah. They were also in the system with their betting system, and you know football goes with betting, so it was like something normal.
You were talking about the Pizzaman deal.
Yeah, so I was managing the Pizzaman account together with my friend, and as I said,
are you still managing the account?
I have their logins, but I don't manage because I have people who will be doing that from the Pizzaman. But I just go through and maybe give directions like do this, do that.
I know you are.
Yeah, but I don't manage. But from like 2020, I was the one managing the account, the Pizzaman account. Any tweet or any post you see behind the account, I was the one doing any banters, anything. I was the one doing that. But right now, I just give it to people to just post that. Not people like Pizzaman.
Like you have people.
Yeah, Pizzaman staff who will be doing that. So I just be checking out the Instagram, the Facebook, the TikTok, the threads.
Before we actually go into that, you used to host this place. You and Latif used to host the sports center space. Was it back in 2021 or something?
Yeah.
When was the last time it happened?
Right now, we have put a hold on that. Not a hold on that though, but you see, because we started our YouTube channel, we were really getting time to show. And the season before last season, my team wasn't performing well, so I wasn't really.
You just lost interest.
Yeah, so last season when my team was performing well, I don't do the sports corner series like how I used to talk to journalists, Kineben, Kwame Dela, Sichu, Ore Kudens to come on. I just opened a space.
Because at that time, I think you were nominated nominated for? Was it Pause?
Yeah, pause. Shout out to pause. They nominated me and they signed me and they never bought me a gig. Pause Ghana. They signed me and they never bought me.
They signed you, but
pause signed me. I still have their contract with me. They never bought me a gig.
Oh,
okay, they bought me one. That was what Smirnoff, right? Smirnoff. Yeah, I'm sure Smirnoff.
So let's continue with the Pizzaman story. I like that. That Pizzaman brand. I actually like how everything is with them.
And so back in the CEO himself, Chris, I was doing deliveries with him on campus. That's Brunei to be precise, Brunei. And
so at that time he was doing the delivery by himself.
He was doing the deliveries and then you his own car, and I was with him. Sometimes we go on delivery.
So you've been with Pizzaman like from the bottom, like from day one.
And the funny thing is the Pizzaman CEO and the co-founder, so they're involved in it. You can come and see them cooking. They'll be in the kitchen cooking.
I heard they started cooking when they were
when they were
I would like to actually have a conversation with him.
That story, they can give it better because they can also give the angle. But my angle I know is they started two on campus cooking at their hostel, moved to Wajingo. Not Wajingo, there was a small space at Wajingo, and they started setting up.
Those people who don't know Wajingo is a hostel in
it's a hostel in University. It's a hostel in Kenya. And they started doing their own one or two before it was booming because there were 7 campus, like any event, KNUST, SRC event and all that. They were the ones who were to serve here with their slice of pizza and all that. And before they moved to the KNUST Mango, that is their first branch. So from there is where I took over from. So from the little beginnings hostel, I can't say much about that because I wasn't there.
Yeah, you just came along the way.
Yeah, but when they opened their first branch, I've been there to their 95th branch.
How many there's branches right now?
Like 95.
95.
Yeah, I've lost count.
That's wild, bro.
I've lost count.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many branches in Accra?
Accra, I can't count. There are lots. Like Kumasi has 18. It's like I've lost count, but with some number of trucks stores. So in Accra, there are lots. Right, we want it to be a household food. That's you move 1-2 kilometers, you just see food. Like 100 meters if you see like food, Pizzaman, 200 meters you see Pizzaman. Yeah, okay. That's how we want it to be. But right now we are nationwide, everywhere in the country, every region. Pizzaman-Chickenman is there, and we are seeking to go international too as well.
Okay.
This is a bomber for audience.
Okay. I want us to get back to your Twitter. You see, there's always like that one banger tweet, like that one tweet that you just make that tweet and then it just goes. Everybody is now looking for this person. Do you have something like that?
I have, but
you don't remember?
I can't remember. It was this account I'm having. I had like a 1-year suspension. Not like 1-year suspension. I've been suspended like twice on X.
Why?
Sometimes the boss. Oh no! Sometimes the boss. It can trigger whatever you're saying. You see, sometimes some words, like let's say, excuse me to say food. When you're typing food, you have to use the zero, not O. So that's some petty mistakes. When you come online, you don't really know. You have been taught, then you get to know. So some of those things, the bot will just trigger and say you get suspended, but you'll be back for sure. And 2023 too, my account was impended. So I lost my phone 2023. And, my authenticating codes were on the phone, so I wasn't able to log in, although it hasn't been suspended, but the account was just there for like a whole year. So I got my account, but that was like last year around June. So like from 2023, the whole of 2023 to like June before I had my account.
Was that when you changed your identity?
I changed
your brand.
I changed my identity before I completed university.
That was which year?
Yeah, that was like before 2021.
What brought about your change in identity?
I felt
should I explain the change in identity I'm talking about?
I know. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. But you see, that name derived from that name. When you go to Poco, there's this sports event that you put it around your neck and you throw. Yeah. And it's very heavy. So in school, we just
call it short put.
Yeah, short put, right? Yeah, you put on your neck, then like you throw. Yeah, short put. Poverty is the one you jump over. Yeah. So you put on your neck, then you throw. It was very big and heavy. Like the boys were full like that. That's why. I feel like this is the jungle. It is gone. It's very heavy. It was just a funny name. I was like, since I've been doing funny tweets and all that, let me just use that. But it was not related to anything like me. Not my nickname. No, because those who know me in Opoko, they knew me as 105, but that's my school number.
Oh, okay.
So I know. But it wasn't my nickname, nothing.
just
It
came.
was just a funny name that I felt like, okay, this fine, let me just put this name. So I felt I was growing, so I had to just change because imagine you go to some brands, I talking to them, what's your name?
Jatasha, what's your Twitter?
It sounds funny, but I wasn't making the
At that time, this guy is even serious. What's your name? You are mentioning Jatasha.
Yeah, you get
So we
so.
brought about Essel.
Yeah, so I just changed, like, I should just put it as my name. So people normally know Essel, like, that's my name, but Essel is my surname, so it's like a family name.
So Essel is not.
No, Essel is not my first name. Essel is a family name, so that's my name. So my dad is Essel, my mom is Essel, my little brothers are Essel.
So you are putting the family on the map.
That is the brain. That is actually the brain behind it. So
okay,
it should just be there. Exactly, it should just be there. So people used to call me Essel from SHS to university. Nobody was mentioning my first name. That was Albert. Nobody was mentioning. Still, not a lot of people know about the Albert as well. It's just Essel in 105. That's my Opokura mates.
Do you have any advice that you've received? I think that this is the best advice. Like me, before I started this podcasting, I was talking to one of my aunties. Like I called her and I was like, "Auntie, I want to start this. Like this is what I want to do." And she was like, "So what is actually like? What is everything about?" I explained everything to her, told her everything, and she asked me, "So what are you going to do to make sure that what you are doing is going to stand out?" Because everybody is doing some, like a lot of people are doing some. So you have to make sure that you are like, what you are doing is outstanding. People are going to look for what you are doing. People are going to want to or like to consume what you are doing.
True.
And it shouldn't be something that somebody will just watch today and then go and then never come back. You should always have the right questions to ask, the right conversations to have, so that whenever someone needs something, a reference or something, the person is going to come back to your video.
True.
So what advice would you say that's the best advice you've received throughout your journey as an influencer or brand, working with brands and then all of that?
Oh, it's just consistency and be good to people, be nice to people, because trust me, you can meet people, what you are doing is not so big, or it's not like they have not seen some before, but like because of your personality, how you are with them, anything they can recommend you on. Because I've remembered people have recommended me for a lot of brands. I'm like, what have I done? There's this guy there, there's this girl there, but because of the relationship and maybe how I relate to the person, that's
You
why.
actually have a very solid personality. Like when we are watching your videos on, you go into Scanty Explores. When you are watching your videos on YouTube, Scanty Explores, like you always have something exceptional that you do to like make whoever get hooked. Like whoever watching the video, you are going to be hooked for what is coming next.
So yeah, mostly that is the consistency, and I'm saying the people I've worked with, that is my boss, Chris and Abeku, the co-founder. I've not even inherited like 10% of their energy, because those people when you're working with them, their energy is crazy. Like their motivation is crazy. If I'm to tell you, Chris told me when we opened the first branch in KNUST, you'll be opening branches in Kaswa, because he knew I was from Kaswa, and like, you'll be opening branches in Kaswa and you'll be shocked. And I was like, because he told me not to do national service with any brand. I was doing it with Pizzaman.
I wanted to ask you this question.
Yeah, so I did my national service with Pizzaman.
So it was a national service.
Yeah, it was a
not
national
like
service.
You didn't do national service.
No, I did a national service.
I thought you didn't do it.
No, I did everything. So Pizzaman just took care of that, because I and some guy who was a chef were just the two people to do their first national service with Pizzaman.
Okay. So you were the first people.
Yeah, see, we actually showed me a dream. You see, to get that dream is crazy at that stage.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is, I've not even inherited like 10% to the energy, because they dream very, very big. Very, very big. And he convinced me not to like go and work for. So, doing my NSS, I was just home. With my phone, and I was getting paid.
Was there a time that your family or your mom or your dad felt like, Masa, you're wasting your time?
Yeah, my mom.
There's not a brand that you are like that's going to take you anywhere. So why are you following them?
I don't know. For that, nobody actually said that. He was when I was about to complete university, some of the cost and all that, I was taking care of that, and so nobody was saying don't follow this brand or that. But they were like, they weren't convinced with the internet. Like the internet, they weren't convinced. You're always on the phone, but now the notion has changed. It has changed, but I know my mom still has some little doubts. But my dad is fine. My mom
the doubts are
she has some doubts still there. But this is the new school. Take it or leave it. This is the new school. The podcast you see, the YouTube you see, the streams you see. People are streaming. People are doing this. This is the new school. That is what will happen. The generation of, let's say, TV, radio, they were still there, but you see, it's not gaining the relevance like, because you can see someone on TikTok having some huge numbers, and enter maybe I'll mention a radio brand or a TV brand. You mention the, and you know the TikToker is popular than that person.
Oh, yeah,
but that person is
that's
always
very true.
So you see, that is the new school coming on, and that is how it should be, and that is how it will be, because 2020 COVID showed us that the internet is the way forward. Because imagine those brands who weren't active on the internet, not active like, let's say they are doing awareness, or you see, but you see, you can be home and you can work.
Yeah.
If you are home and you can work on internet, meaning your brand can survive. Even if there's a fire outbreak or anything at your brand or your office, your brand can survive. But if you are still colloquial, archaic with what's like maybe the normal,
The
this and
traditional way that we all think.
that's where you get some little problems with that. But that is how everyone should accept it. It's the new school.
Okay.
It's the new
We are
school.
the media now.
Yeah. You guys are the voice, Charlie.
Yeah, we are the media now. How do you stay true to yourself? Because you are always yourself. You don't try to. Okay, I don't know if you personally within you are trying to fit in, but what I've seen, I don't see you like as someone who is trying to fit in. So I want to know how you manage to always stay true to yourself no matter what.
You know me, my background, I'm from a poor background, so I don't look for too much. Not like I don't look for too much, I don't want to do too much, but nothing moves me.
Yeah.
To be honest, nothing moves me. I'm just like, let's go with the flow. Like, because me, at a point in time, going to SHS, my the head teacher, you see, when in JHS, when you're about to write BS, you have teachers who will guide you and all that. He made me choose visual arts so that I can get an opportunity in your High School. Because it was like, those times they'll take the science. If you are taking science, they'll take a lot of science. Then they'll consider this, they'll consider that. But if you take visual, they don't take a lot of visual.
I had a lot of like.
Yeah, so I should go with visual. I was in visual. I did visual for like one term. I was like, no, I can't even draw.
You can't draw. Yeah.
I can't even draw to save my life. So I'm just wasting my time. So I just decided to do business. My mom said I should do science. I was like, I can't do science. I'm going to do business.
You are very honest.
Yeah, I can't. It's not like I can't do science. You see, science has this a lot of attention and all that, and I don't think I can give my books a lot of attention. So let me go with business. Although business is not an easy play, but like I can cope around business. Generals, I can cope around that. But for science, I thought it was a lot. Yeah, so I just stick to business. Yeah. So in my life, I'm not moved by a lot. No, I'm moved by people who are doing greater things that inspire me. But let's say you are here together, you are winning. I'm like, I want to greedily or do something. No, I'm just happy for you, bro. Maybe my time too will come. Because looking at my background, we don't have even anything exceptional that I would say like, this guy is driving a car, so why I should do something so that I also drive a car. But like, I'll try and do whatever I'm doing, working hard, so that I can also get
right.
Yeah.
So that you get
So people know me mostly, they say I don't care. It's not like I don't care, but it's like I don't care too. Because they say they don't see me angry, they don't see me sad.
Let's go to let's talk about one of the biggest YouTube channels, because your growth is very massive. Like, it just happened like overnight. Let's talk about Scanty Explores. How did the team come about? Did you know Latif and Scanty already? Like, were you like really close already, or it was just something that three Twitter boys who were just on Twitter, and then one day one brought a plan and you all decided to like go with that?
Oh, we have been friends from like 2019. We have been friends. In the trend group I was talking about, I was with Scanty and Latif too. So we have been tweeting at dawn. We did a project for Kwakesi at dawn.
So when you are in the trend groups, like, you have times that you have to be up. Like,
yeah, the artist and their team wants a trend at this time. So because you want the money, you have to be active at that time. Then
the job is not easy.
Yeah. So we did some trends at dawn. So they're my friends as well, because we're in a group together. We hang out and all that. But just because those times, 2019, I was invested. I was K-Invest, and they were in Accra. So the link up wasn't a lot, but I was just on phone. So when I came to Accra, then 1 or 2 times we met. We already had a sports channel. That's a sports corner. We had a sports corner on
the sports corner.
Yeah, I and Latif. Scanty was in parts because Scanty was with KSS, and he's still with KSS.
Yeah.
But that was where the attention was. So when Latif were doing the sports corner, and we had some little up and down, so we just decided to abandon it. So, Karen, I'm speaking to you. We stayed together.
all of you.
Yeah, we have been staying for like the past 2 years.
Oh,
We
that's
have been
actually
staying together.
nice.
So initially when we moved in, it wasn't here about Scanty Explores. Scanty Explores came about like last year.
So you
year,
actually
August.
moved in. You started staying together before Scanty.
No, like before Scanty Explores.
You started from it started from talking to people in Uber drivers and Bolt drivers and all of that, and then all of a sudden you all decided to explore Ghana and even beyond Ghana.
Yeah, it was part though, because our first intro video we were talking about festivals, touring around Ghana, that is going to the various tourist sites, and also bringing them what we said, the Uber driver stories and all that. So because Scanty was also working, it was weekend that we get time to shoot a lot of things. So during the weekdays, maybe we talk to some 1 or 2 drivers, then we shoot them. Because getting Uber drivers at the start was very hard. Got to some points it was easy, and it became hard to us all because, and the stories were going one way because some drivers were like, maybe they have stolen my phone. When I went here, they took my phone. So I was like, oh, just my phone. So if this one comes and say my phone, my audience crowd will be like, they'll be fed.
It will just bore them.
Yeah. And it was difficult to, as I was telling you, because you see content. You see, me coming here was hard because we were planning this like last week, right?
Yeah, we wanted to have it last
week. But if it was just you, would have shot it already.
Yeah.
So content, getting people on board is very hard.
Very, very hard.
To use them. But if it's you can just wake up one morning and say, I want to go here and go and shoot. You just go and go and shoot. So we're chasing drivers at a point in time, and when Scanty close from work, we just drive into town. We go to Accra Mall, see whatever, where Uber drivers meet them, just go and talk to some you meet them, they're like, today I'm not ready to share my story, maybe another time we should meet. It was a lot of stress. Because we needed them to shoot it. And we're like, no, let's just stay focused to ourselves. Because if I just wake up and say I want to go and shoot this here, we just take our drone, our game bar, our phone, our camera, whatever we have, then we just go and shoot without needing anyone to come in. Talk to us or do something with us, because our content is even more about that. It's about just exploring. Yeah.
So other times that there are some misunderstandings between the three of you.
No. The boys I have with them, I won't say they are not serious though, but like the energy they have is crazy. Because I can't recall the last time we had a misunderstanding, because we do understand ourselves very, very well. We do understand ourselves very, very well.
What kind of stories like do you enjoy sharing in your journey as an explorer? Right now you're an explorer.
Going to like visiting some places that even Ghanaians do know, especially when we went to the Snake Village. A lot of people don't know about that. It gave us some crazy numbers, like 1 million, over 1 million numbers here.
Your numbers are crazy.
Yeah, so those are some stories we love the normal Ghanaian to know, because I think the Konfanoche, the Cape Coast Castle, the Omina Castle, the Osu Castle, Ghanaians know a lot about that. Yeah, a lot of
things that they teach us in school.
Exactly.
So most of the people in Ghana know about it.
About us. But when you give them some stories that they haven't, although some might have heard it, but some people haven't heard it before, they kind of show a lot of interest in it. So those are some of the stories I really love, or the team loves to share with you guys. And the energy you guys are giving us on YouTube is crazy.
Like, very crazy.
Because we are not even up to a year, and like over 100,000 subscribers, 1 million views. You have like 1 million views videos. That's crazy.
You personally, which one is the your best story, or where have you gone that you felt like, oh, this place is the best place I've been since I started creating this content?
I would say Amejofe, because that was the
Where is Amejofe?
Amejofe is in the Volta region. Yeah. I've never seen a place like that before, because it's on a mountain, a high mountain, and even the road leading to that place. Because we didn't know it was crazy, it was dangerous.
What inspired that?
We were searching for like what we searching? We were searching for something like that. We came across the time that it has snowed before in Ghana.
When I read, I think I read something like that on Twitter.
Yeah,
said they were like, the town in Ghana that
they once experienced snow, not like the normal snow.
It was just once.
Yeah, not like the normal snow you see in videos like in Europe and all that.
Okay.
Yeah, but was like long ago. So, but when you get to the place, it's always raining.
Oh, okay.
So the moment you got there, it started raining, and then the sun was out. Like 10 minutes later, it was raining. The place is very chilled. Those of you who even haven't seen anything like, you can just go on Scanty Explores. You see the video image of it. It's crazy. I've never seen anything like or any place like that before. And it's on a mountain, very high, like very high mountain. And that's where they are. And you think it's like a small group of people, but like there are lots of, they have a what was a teaching school, right? Teaching school. Yeah, they have
That's a training college.
they have a training college over there. So it's like a big town on its own, but it's in the mountain far away there.
Let's reflect on the behind the scenes. Like we are getting personal. Like behind the scenes, sometimes the self doubts that come along the journey, because those things you cannot do away with those things.
Yeah.
Those things are all part of the journey. How do you deal with them?
It hasn't been easy. Because me personally, even back when I was a kid, even standing in front of my church people to even do a sermon or something, I was shy. Not like I was shy, but I couldn't do it. It was difficult for me looking at people and to talk my mind. And I thought that was the most difficult thing. But getting behind the camera, and I knew that was the most difficult thing in my life.
Bro, getting behind the camera is very
the most difficult thing in my life, because bro, like I look lost. Like, bro, what are you doing? Like
you're just standing there, cameras on you.
I actually know what to even do. It was very difficult, and it's still very difficult. But like, because you have been in the space for like quite some time, it's been cool now. Because at first, so those who knew me on X, I wasn't even posting my pictures because I don't want to be even out there for people. Yeah, for people to. But because the trademark. Because I just changed to Essel and all that, I was like, okay, people should just see one sometime, then they'll just see the pictures and the videos. So I'm really camera shy, to be honest. But because of these boys, Latif and Essel, Latif and Scanty, they motivate me a lot because they are doing so well.
How is their energy like?
The energy is crazy. They're the ones who motivate me, because when I see them doing this, I was like, okay, I can do it as well. And they also initiate me or integrate me inside bit by bit. Some content, I even host it myself. I'm like, oh, I can do it. And they say, oh, you can do even more better than this. So we give it a shot again. So yeah. That's how it has been so far, boss. It hasn't been easy. And traveling to, because most of the times when we are visiting places that has no airports, we drive. And mostly, let's see, Volta region, we have been driving in and out. Like, Volta region has become, Kumasi is my first home, right? Volta region is like my second home. But
why Volta region?
Because they have a lot of content or stories there that people don't know about.
Okay, so you want to
not even like, you see, people have this notion like where it's just about juju. They have nice places over there.
They're trying to change the narrative.
Yeah, Volta region have nice places over there. Nice places.
Visit Volta. Visit Volta. Yeah. So, this is one question I like to ask. I see sometimes like you are there and then like things are not going well like how you want them to go. Like, what makes you feel like, oh, I'm going to get there, like everything will change, things will get better? Do you have any kind of motivation? Is it self-motivation? Does it come from people?
Oh, I'm still in that phase though. I still want things to be better. But like as I said, for now it has been better than first. Because first it was crazy, but now it has been better. But I still want to get better. And you know, the notion is just one. I just tell God that if He wants me to fail, He will bring me this far. That's just all. And people who are on my WhatsApp know I have this favorite quote: "Christ is working, can't you see?"
I saw it on your design.
My favorite quote. That's what I put.
Christ is working,
can't you see? Yeah, so that's just Christ is working, can't you see? And if He wants me to fail, He will just bring me this far. So I just move with that, clear my mind, do whatever I want to do.
So right now, how is life? Like, how is life for you?
Very hard, very difficult.
Are you sure? Are you not a millionaire?
Me, what to eat?
Easy.
Look, I mean, I'm not even eating. What to eat?
Are you not a millionaire? You see this? Not in dollars. You see this?
No.
So let's say someone out there is also trying to be like Essel, trying to do what Essel does. What would you say to that person?
Oh, I feel that
you do a lot of things right now. You are a brand influencer, or let me say brand ambassador. You are creating content. You are on Twitter, like active Twitter influencer, and you haven't stopped doing your sports content too. you are still doing the sports content, which you said is on hold or something for now.
Yeah.
So what would you tell someone who wants to like enter this media space?
Oh, the thing is, you see, this field, to be honest, if you choose it, I think because it's not something like a career. Like I would say, oh, I'm a full time maybe podcaster or a full time YouTuber. Like if you are starting, you can't say, oh, I'm a full time YouTuber, so I won't pay attention to anything. If you know you are going to it as full, you have to give it a shot because that's your plan A.
You take
And
it,
if you feel that's your plan B too. Yes,
I
you
listened
take
to
it as a
one
job.
financial coach. He was like, before it becomes a business, it's like it's a job first before it becomes a business.
Yeah.
The job first means like you are not going to sleep. You see, the normal work you are going, it's a 9 to 5 job. You get time for yourself. But this one, you are on it like 247. Every time you get a new idea, you are working on it or you are working with it.
Exactly. So once you move into this space, because it's like being a musician. Once you say you're a musician, you're writing lyrics and all that, you have to give it your shot because let's imagine you're stuck there, you started singing one or two alpha, then you say you're going to work at maybe you're going to apply for a job or something, and you're not being picked. But look at his career.
Yeah.
Crazy because he had to put a lot into it because he knew this is the path he was choosing. So it's like that for everyone. So if you are going to this path, you have to give it your all, give it all the best you can go. I know sometimes it becomes difficult, trust me, it becomes difficult, you want to even quit. But that's what I was saying. If you choose that path, you have to just go by it. And surely that's what Abiko always tell me, the co-founder of Pizzaman. He said, give it some years or some time. It will surely pay off. There's nothing that anybody has started that he has given it good time, consistency, hard work that hasn't paid off. So obviously to pay off.
So in your experience as brand ambassador and all of that, what has that experience taught you about branding and consistency, like personal branding and consistency?
So you see, everyone has his brand or how, because let's say if you see me, because most of the times if people see my YouTube videos, I don't even do anything extraordinary, but like they say it's funny.
Bro,
I don't do anything.
You don't do it.
I don't even know what I'm doing.
You are just it's so just effortless.
If someone just see me, he wants to openly like have a vibe with me.
Yeah.
It's like different with someone. Maybe if someone you see the person, we are like, oh, this guy, yeah. So you know when you move to this guy, it's like this. That's how everyone like has something to itself, him or herself. That is how everyone has something to him or herself. So yes, just that you have what you take in or what you give out, and that's what people obviously consume. Because let's say if you are shooting something and you are like, maybe you're not even angry, but like that's how you are. People will think like this guy, and maybe that's not how you are. See, so whatever they see, that is how they pertain it or they consume it outside it.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
For your story and then what you've shared with us today. I want to know one last thing. What's the wildest DM you've ever received? Or maybe the funniest DM you've ever received?
No, the funniest insult.
Why would people just insult you?
That's fine.
Is it like something that we are doing for followers?
No. You see, me like this, I've never blocked anyone on my socials before. Like it's not like I know much about the game, but that's how the game is. You see, when you go on this side, people. When you go here, sorry to use the F word. When you go here to people who are like, when I say something for you, you are with me. When I say something for him, you are against me. So that is how it is. So emotionally, it's not even like something serious. It's just about football, banters, and children. And they just come here,
people just move to you, just like that.
African bastard, what was and that's like the foreign people. They just come inside. Poor retard guy. Then they just meaning it's getting to you, and that's nice.
That's the vibe. It has to get to you.
If it's getting to you, then that's nice. But the normal Ghanaians here in my comments, they're just like, "Abwa, Pasia, my man." But I've heard it in the
right now. You don't even care.
So nothing inspires me to block anyone. Like if you insult me, I just feel like it's part of the game. I only block someone when I find out the person has blocked me, because now the Elon Musk filter, if you are reading some tweets and the person has blocked you, you're not able to like retweet, like, or do anything, because you just see that the person has blocked you, and I just block you back.
Okay.
But you to attack me to block you, it's just the game.
It's not going to happen.
No, it's just the game. The game is the game.
what have you learned about everything Essel? It's all different from you.
No, Essel is just new. This is how I am. Like, even I'm not looking at you guys. This is how I am. This is how I am. Everywhere you see me, this is how I am. I just love football. I love to do what I do best. That is like working hard for people. Because if the truth is, if you get me on board with you, I try to do my best for you so that I can get my returns.
Yeah.
So whenever I'm with someone, I give it my all. And I trust people easy. Not like I trust, but like, yo, this idea, let's give it a shot. Yo,
you believe in,
I believe in
trying new things.
So that's how I am. If you're with me, that is how it to be. I will give you the energy. Even if I can't even decide for you, I'll give you the energy, because if I feel like the party you are choosing is good, I'm always there. Yeah. That is how I've been with Pizzaman for the past 5 years, because they showed me the dream and I was like, this dream is big, it's good, I'll be there. And I've been there.
It's like the conversation's about to end, but I'm still getting new things. Like, how is it like when you go for brand meetings and like you're there with them? Are you the youngest person in the brand?
No, Pizzaman, the funny is Pizzaman is actually full of young guys. Yeah, young guys. Our marketing guy, my manager is young. Our Chris, the founder, he's young. Co-founder is young. HR is young. So it's actually full of young men trying different things out, brainstorming, trying to do what they do best. So it's actually full of young men. So we are just young guys trying to put one or two together. That's basically Pizzaman.
Okay. I think that's all for today. We are definitely going to meet some other time.
Surely.
We are going to grow and then get bigger. And then have another conversation, another big man conversation. Hopefully. Hopefully. Have the big man conversation. You know, I wanted to do this roundtable discussion, the podcast. Like, have one topic. I tweeted about it on X, but I want to talk about fear.
Fear?
Yeah, how people deal with fear. You see that there's one common fear is the fear of success. Like, when you are about to start doing something, you start thinking, is it going to be successful? Will I make it? You see those things, and then sometimes those things will just make you stop, like, or make you just put everything aside and then go and then do something else.
My co-founder won't get time, but he's the right man to discuss this topic. I don't know if he can organize a space he will there, but he's the right man, because for him, when he's going O, he doesn't have anything like it will fail.
Okay.
He has some things like M5, He doesn't have anything like M4, Ebefa. So everything, Ebefa.
That's my energy sound. By force, Ebefa. Yeah, Charlie. So, Mr. Abiuk, I would like to have a conversation with you.
My boss is in Kumasi.
Who else do you want to see on this show as we grow bigger?
I want to see a lot of people, because a lot of people have some stories that I know when they talk about it, it will inspire a lot, it will motivate a lot, and it will keep people going. Because, you know, when you hear from, I was speaking with a manager yesterday. She was like, she was talking about something. I said, do you have experience in that? She said, no. She just learned her experience from people, other people's experiences. So if she's working with people and they talk about their experience, she takes it a lot. So that's what she takes, and she adds this to her own. So she speaks from that perspective. So you think that, oh, it is her. And meaning she has learned a lot from that experience. So basically, that's how it should be. That's how it should be.
Okay.
And I love what you're doing, because most people, when they come on the Mouth podcast and all that, it's just about, I know you know the normal podcast.
Oh yeah, I know the vibe. Yeah. So thank you very much for being here. Yeah. So dreamers, thank you for watching us today. If you haven't subscribed, please do what to subscribe.
We beg you. We beg you.
You see the way Idolo is begging. Kindly subscribe for us and then turn on the post notification to stay along. When I say inspiring dreams, and then you say embracing emotions.
All right.
Inspiring dreams.
Embracing emotions.
Thank you for being here.
Okay.